So you've always done everything with 110%, and healing vulvodynia was probably no different for you. You tried everything, dilators, PT, creams, therapy, couples therapy, and yet you're still having pain with sex. And maybe even having sex, the idea of intimacy, still makes your body feel a little like it's bracing or worried about what's going to happen afterwards. I can imagine it feels exhausting and hopeless and a little discouraging. Not a little, probably a lot. So if this feels like your last stop, then you're in the right place. Hey, I'm Kayna Cassard. I am a sex therapist and a pelvic pain mental health coach, and I also dealt with vulvodynia for almost a decade. And now I help others reclaim intimacy and overcome the impact that pelvic pain has had on them and their relationship, all without pressure, shame, or continued guilt. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the exact steps I take every single one of my clients through every week. So if you're wondering if this is possible for you, then stick around. So I want to be real. Most people don't find me when they're on their first try of overcoming pelvic pain or vaginismus or vulvodynia. They usually find me when they are at their last effort, when they are feeling hopeless, when they've done everything right, but they still feel broken. I had one client, actually many clients, who often say to me, I've done everything the PT has said. I've done everything the gynecologist has said. I've used all the creams, and even doctors have told me a tissue is fine, but I still brace when my partner wants to come in for a kiss or is kind of trying to initiate intimacy. And if that resonates for you, you might be like my client Jessie, who said this to me and who realized that it wasn't that her body was broken, it was that the system that we learn about sex is broken, but also no one gave them the system or steps to work through in order to overcome pain when the brain and the body have not been connected, when the body still anticipates pain with intimacy or connection. So they needed a real system that worked in their everyday lives with partners or in dating. So the pain that you're still feeling, it's not just in your head, but it is in your nervous system, in the body's system that tells us whether we feel safe or not. And there have been fire alarms going off around intimacy and connection and sex that need to be retrained and told that it's safe again. So even if doctors have told you that your tissues are healed, your body might still be sounding the alarm that says that sex or touch or penetration isn't safe. You're not avoiding sex on purpose. It's just that your body hasn't learned that it's okay to stop bracing and stop anticipating pain. And that goes for emotional pain too. Disappointment, shame, guilt, all of those negative, unpleasant emotions can light up similar spaces in the brain as physical pain. And that's not your fault. It's the result of years of pain, mixed messages, and well-meaning but incomplete advice. And this is why I make these videos, to help people understand that they need this missing piece included in their treatment plan if they want to overcome pain with sex. And this is the system that helps all of my clients. And it was kind of the system that I walked through myself. I didn't realize it was a system that I was doing, but it was what I needed in order to finally overcome vulvodynia. So the first is nervous system regulation tools. And you can't utilize nervous system regulation tools like mindfulness, breathing, stretching without knowing how to be actually aware of your nervous system and what it means to be aware of your nervous system. So most of the time, people do a nervous system regulation tool like breathing, like meditation, like mindfulness, but they start at this point, which is they just do the exercise. What actually helps people overcome pelvic pain and any pain condition really and stress response is the steps before. It's teaching your body how and why this nervous system regulation tool works, and then sandwiching it afterwards with tools and techniques that integrate that whole experience into a learning experience that your body remembers moving forward. So to break it down in a super simple process, it's not just simply doing the mindfulness or the meditation. It's about understanding what teaches your body to soothe, to regulate, and to ultimately find pleasure. But your body needs to learn how to do that. And that's what we teach with nervous system awareness and regulation tools in my coaching program. Somatic techniques and interventions are one of the ways that we help teach the body how to find a sense of safety and how to seek pleasure in a way that doesn't feel like there's pressure or expectation. So somatic techniques help you reconnect to sensation, stop bracing, and start to rewire that pain loop into a neutral loop, into eventually a pleasure loop. So the other key component about the work that I do with clients is having personalized arousal and intimacy strategies. So a lot of times sex therapists, couples therapists, they'll recommend exercises or date nights or intimacy exercises like Sensate Focus. But the challenge is that sometimes those don't actually meet what you need and what your history has been. So we'll use tools like my arousal architecture model and framework to be able to help you identify what is going to uniquely work for you and meet you where you're at. Because it's possible that your system might not feel comfortable with a sensate focus exercise because your body still might anticipate or might wire pain or emotional disappointment or pressure with the sensate focus or with slow touch. And so you need to be able to figure out what is going to be an accessible intimacy exercise. And if there aren't a lot of options that you have available to you, then trying one out, whichever one the sex therapist or couples therapist recommends, might not be the one that's going to help you move forward. And in fact, it might continue to keep you stuck because it's not personalized to meet you where you're at. So with the arousal architecture, we can find those kinds of strategies and also help you understand what sex looks like when it feels good, not just when it feels tolerable. So the other heavy emphasis in my program is communication tools and understanding the sexual avoidance cycle. This way you can identify what point in the cycle that you're at and use effective communication strategies to help you move out of it. So not only is it personalized advice or structure and frameworks that help, but also having a community to be able to finally feel like you're not alone and talk with others who've been through the exact same struggle, that identify the words that have been floating in your brain that you never thought that anybody else would ever experience too. Being able to have that community is so key in overcoming shame and the challenges that constantly keep people stuck when they feel alone in the process. You'll also find that people will be more than happy to help you with accountability in sticking to the program and sticking to your treatment plans, in encouraging you on, and then also giving you insight and suggestions on things that they tried that maybe I don't know is going to be an option for you, but hearing from somebody else might stimulate something for you that I wouldn't have known to talk to you about. And so that is why community is so important in healing. So if you're not ready for a full coaching program like this one, but you want some power, like a powerful start, then you can check out my Break Free from Pelvic Pain course. It's $27. It starts the top 5 interventions that I teach all of my clients and can give you a little taste into the kind of work that helps people move from pain and into finally feeling free and connected in joyful intimacy again. You can get the link below or kaynacassard.com/breakfree. So I have to be totally honest and upfront and transparent about the program is not a quick fix. This isn't about throwing one more thing at the wall and seeing what sticks. It's a clear trauma-informed body-based process rooted in neuroscience and cognitive behavioral strategies that are trauma-informed. It's a process that has worked with my clients, including people who thought that they were beyond help. So healing happens when you stop doing it all alone and start following a system that is designed for this exact challenge. The challenge of somebody who has tried everything and they're still experiencing pain without results and still feeling their body continuously betray them sometimes, or feels like a betrayal, because you know that your body can handle dilators. You know that you've done everything that you possibly can, but when it comes to penetration, when it comes to like game time to actually do the fun thing that you've been trying to do all along, but your body has still not gotten the memo that things are safe and that you want this, that's where this program really shines for people. So my program, Overcoming Painful Sex, is an experience for people who have had vulvodynia or other pelvic pain conditions and are really searching for that final piece to understand their body, reduce their pain, and reconnect to joyful intimacy and deeper connection. So in it, you'll find powerful educational models with pre-recorded lessons. You'll also find somatic tools and guided practices. You'll have workbooks, handouts, and exercises that are tailored to the struggles that you're going through. There's also regular live support calls every month, and you also get one-on-one private sessions with me so that we can take the content and apply it specifically to your life and target the exact exercises that are going to work for you where you're at. And then, of course, probably my favorite part of all of this is the private community that you'll get for support, connection, and helpful reflection and awareness and accountability. So I usually offer this as a 4-month program, but I'm trying something out for a limited time where I'm extending it for an additional 2 months, and there's an additional 2 bonus laser coaching calls included. So if you're ready to stop piecing things together on your own and you're ready to have a step-by-step guide tailored specifically to you and meet you where you're at, then now's the time. You can go to kaynacassard.com/overcoming-pain, or you can click the link below and get enrolled today. You don't have to keep living in this pain alone, and you definitely don't have to keep living like sex is a minefield that you have no idea where it's going to go or what kind of destruction it's going to have on your life or your relationship. You have already done so much to try to resolve this. And it's not that you haven't worked hard enough. It's that no one gave you the right kind of support and teaching for your body. You deserve to feel confident, connected, and free in your body again. You don't have to figure this out alone. Let's do it together. Head on over to kaynacassard.com/overcoming-pain, and I will see you there.